Enchanted Compass. In the quiet town of Willowbrook, 12-year-old Oliver Reed was known for two things: his love for adventure and his wild imagination. He dreamed of exploring far-off lands, solving mysteries, and discovering hidden treasures. But in reality, nothing exciting ever happened in Willowbrook. That changed on his 12th birthday. On the morning of his birthday, Oliver's grandfather, Grandpa Elias, handed him a small wooden box. It was old, with strange carvings of stars and swirls. "This," Grandpa Elias said, "belonged to your great-great-grandfather. It's no ordinary object, Oliver. This compass has magic in it." Oliver's eyes widened as he opened the box. Inside lay a golden compass, with a glass cover that shimmered in the sunlight. Unlike regular compasses, its needle spun wildly before suddenly stopping, pointing in a direction not north. "What's it pointing to?" Oliver asked. "That," Grandpa Elias said with a twinkle in his eye, "is for you to find out." Oliver couldn't stop thinking about the compass. The needle never pointed north, it seemed to change directions on its own. That night, as he lay in bed, he decided, "I'll follow it." The next morning, he packed a backpack with snacks, a flashlight, and a notebook. Then, with the compass in his hands, he followed where it led, into the Whispering Woods. The Whispering Woods were vast, filled with towering trees and winding paths. Few people dared to explore them, because of the eerie whispers carried by the wind. But Oliver was too excited to be afraid. For hours, he followed the compass deeper into the forest. Then, suddenly, the needle stopped moving. In front of him was an ancient oak tree, the biggest tree he had ever seen. Carved into its bark was a symbol identical to the one on the compass. "This must be a clue," Oliver whispered. Oliver ran his fingers over the carving. The moment he touched it, the ground beneath him trembled, and a small door appeared at the base of the tree. His heart pounded. Should he go in? Taking a deep breath, he pushed the door open and stepped inside. He found himself in a tunnel, dimly lit by glowing blue moss. The air smelled of earth and old parchment. The compass in his hand began glowing, lighting his way as he walked. At the end of the tunnel stood an iron gate with a riddle written across it. "I have no eyes, yet I help you see. I disappear at night but return with glee. What am I?" Oliver thought for a moment. "No eyes, but helps you see? Disappears at night?" Then he grinned. "The sun." The gate creaked open. Beyond the gate was a vast underground cavern, shimmering with golden light. In the center sat an old man dressed in silver robes, his long beard reaching the ground. "Ah," the man said, smiling. "A true seeker has come at last." Oliver gulped. "Who are you?" "I am Lorien, the guardian of the compass," the old man said. "Your great-great-grandfather was the last to come here. And now, the compass has chosen you." Oliver's mind raced. "Chosen me? For what?" "To prove your heart is worthy," Lorien said. "You must pass 3 trials to unlock the compass's full power." Oliver straightened his shoulders. "I'm ready." Lorien led Oliver to a stone bridge hanging over a deep, misty chasm. "To cross, you must walk without hesitation," Lorien said. "The bridge will test your courage." Oliver took a deep breath and stepped forward. The stones wobbled, and a strong wind held around him. Fear gripped him. What if I fall? But then he remembered Grandpa Elias's words, "The bravest people aren't those without fear, but those who face it." "I can do this," Oliver whispered. He focused on each step, refusing to look down. With one final step, he reached the other side. "Well done," Lorien said. "You have passed the first trial." Next, Lorien led Oliver to a room filled with floating books. "In this room," Lorien said, "lies a book with the answer you seek. But choose wisely, you only have one chance." Oliver examined the books. Some had shiny covers, others were old and torn. He thought carefully. "The right answer isn't always in the fanciest book," he murmured. He chose an ordinary leather book and opened it. The moment he did, golden light burst from the pages. "You have chosen well," Lorien said. "Your wisdom will guide you far." For the last trial, Lorien led Oliver to a silver chest. Inside were two objects. A golden crown, shimmering with jewels. A small wooden bird, carved delicately. "You may take only one," Lorien said. "Choose wisely." Oliver hesitated. The crown was beautiful, but he didn't need riches. The wooden bird reminded him of the carved animals his grandfather made. It felt simple, yet special. "I choose the bird," Oliver said. Lorien smiled. "You have chosen kindness over greed. You are truly worthy." The cavern shook, and the compass in Oliver's hand glowed brighter than ever. Lorien placed a hand on Oliver's shoulder. "This compass does not point north, it points to what your heart truly seeks. As long as you follow it, you will never be lost." Oliver's eyes widened. The compass wasn't just a tool, it was a guide for life. Lorien nodded. "Go, young seeker. The world awaits your adventures." Oliver returned to Willowbrook, forever changed. He told Grandpa Elias everything. "So," Grandpa said with a grin, "what does your heart seek next?" Oliver looked at the compass. The needle spun wildly before pointing toward the distant mountains. He grinned. A new adventure. And with that, Oliver's greatest journey had only just begun.